The first thing that we're going to do is get you signed into our Google Classroom. This specific classroom is aimed at parents, not students, and the idea is that we'll be updating it with information throughout the year to help you learn more about some of the technology we have here. And the first thing that we're going to need to do is for you to go to classroom.google.com. You do not need a www in front of it, just classroom.google.com. When you do that, it's going to take you to a page like this, and we're going to press Go to Classroom, and now it's going to ask you to sign in. You want to use your own parent's email. If you don't have a Gmail account, you can always create an account. If you have an Android phone, you have a Google account. That's the account you use in the Play Store. If you have an Apple account, you may have to create an account. You can also just sign in with your Apple account if you go down to Create and choose For Myself. And here's right here, using my current email address. So you could sign in with your Apple ID if you wanted to and just use that instead of having your own @Gmail account. So once you sign in with your Google account, it's going to take you to Google Classroom. And it's going to look something like this, only you won't have a class here. It's going to be completely blank. And the first thing that you're going to want to do is come up here to the plus sign, and you're going to click the plus sign, and you're going to say Join Class. Join Class. When you do that, it's going to ask you for a class code. The class code that you're going to type in is the number 8, WR, the number 2, WR. 8 WR, 2 WR. Once you do that, you're going to hit Join Class, and you will see a screen similar to mine. And one thing that's kind of important that I want to point out first is right here, it says sign up to receive Guardian Summaries. And this has a little form that you can fill out, and you put in your student's name and your email address. And what you will do is each week you will get an email looking like this, where it's got all of your child's work from Google Classroom for the week. You'll be able to see if they've turned stuff in or if they have not turned stuff in, and upcoming assignments. Now, not every teacher uses Google Classroom, but for those that do, you'll be able to see their assignments in here. So if this is something that interests you, I'm going to go back to the mainstream where we were at, and right here, sign up to receive Guardian Summaries, and then you're going to click this link, sign up for Guardian Summaries, and this is where you put your child's name, their 6th period teacher, your name and your email, and we're asking you to put your email again just to make sure that it's correct. And once you're done with that, you can hit submit, and we will get that stuff put in the next week or two. The next thing that I want to point out is this icon right here. I call it the Pancake Menu. It's 3 horizontal lines. I want you to click that, and we have some options here. Now, if you look at your child's account, they're going to have all their classes right here. Right now, because I'm signed in as an adult, I've just got my one class. And the first thing that we're going to click on is, at the very top, we're going to go on and click on Classes. And this is going to take us to this screen, which actually shows all of their Google classes. So if they have science, it'll be here, history, math, etc. Again, not every teacher uses Google Classroom, but a lot of them do. When you look at a classroom, one of the things I wanted to point out is there's a quick way that you can find their work for that class, and that is if you have them click right here, it will go, and this is if you're logged in as a student, you can look and see all their assignments, whether or not they're turned in or missing. Right now, these are just assigned, and after December 8th for these and December 6th for this one. These will turn into missing because they have not been turned in. There's some filters right here where you can see returned. So this would show you all the assignments that have been returned with a grade. And right here you can see all of their missing assignments. There's another way you can see this for all of your classes, and we'll get to that here in a second. Go back to the Pancake menu, and we're going to go down and we're going to choose Calendar. And this will show you in a calendar view all of their assignments that are upcoming and due. So like right here, Friday the 6th, there's a quiz assignment due for my adult account. And if I go over, I can see what's due Sunday and the next week. Now this, of course, assumes that the teacher is putting the assignments into Google Classroom and putting a due date on them. But like I said, most teachers do that. And we're going to go back to the the Pancake menu. And here's the important one. So again, if you're looking at your child's account, Google Classroom account, you can ask them to show you their work. And to show that, all you got to do is click this menu right here, To Do. When I click this, it's going to take me to this screen. And this screen will list all of their work for all of their classes that have not been turned in. And again, if the teacher's not using Google Classroom, their work won't be here. So I'm going to come up here and you can click on all classes and you could just see each individual class. So you might see science or math, etc. Another thing you can see is right here in the top middle, it says Done. If you click on Done, this will show you any work that has been graded and the grades put into Google Classroom, or if stuff's been turned in. I'm going to go back to the Pancake menu, and I'm going to go on and go down here to my Teach Me 2 class. And this is what a classroom looks like. This is what the students see when they're in the classroom right here. They've got upcoming work. So anything that's upcoming is right here. Once they turn it in, so like if I was to turn in this quiz, it would disappear from the menu. So they can always quickly and easily see what work they need to do for the week. Once the due date has passed, the items do disappear from this, and the only way to see it is to do the To Do menu, or to come up here and click on Classwork. We'll also show it, and it'll be categorized, and you can click on the individual things to see. View assignment. Here's their assignment page. The other thing is this right here. This is called the class stream. And whenever a teacher posts something, it goes here. And it's sort of like a Facebook feed. It's in order according to whenever stuff was posted. And so they can always see this. And if they say see the assignment, they can always click on it. And it takes them to the assignment page. Up here at the top, we have classwork, which I've already kind of showed you. But this is all of their assignments. And if you look at them, some of them are gray and some of them are blue. If they're blue, that means it's something they need to turn in. If it's gray, it means they've either turned it in already, or in this case here, it's not an assignment, it's actually information. So this could be information about an assignment, information about a class. I use this to post like early release bell schedules when that happens, or if we're having Wildcat Day, I'll post the people that get to go. And we're going to go on and go to an assignment because I want to show you the assignment page and talk a little bit about that. So here's a quiz. I'm going to go on and hit View Assignment. You can take this quiz if you want to. However, if you're using a parent email, it's probably not going to work. One of the downsides to Google Classroom is quiz assignments can only be shared or sent to people that have a White House ISD email address. Up here in the top right corner, we can see how many points this assignment is worth. Over here is where you turn it in, so I could say mark as done, or if, say, there was something I needed to attach to this, I could click this button, add or create, and I can add a file from my Google Drive. I can link to a website on the internet, or I can even upload files from my computer. So PDF files, Word files, all of those you can upload. Even though it's Microsoft Office, it still works with Google. And then down here, they can create brand new blank documents. The way that I post my work is that I give students their own copy of an assignment. I create a template, and then that template is posted right here. So the students will come in when they see their assignment. Right here, it'll say their name dash the name of the assignment. And so they just click on that and open that. They fill it out, and when they're done, they come back and hit the turn in button. Another handy trick is this area right here. It says private comments. I use this a lot because this is a private way for me and a student to communicate. So for example, if a student was too shy to raise their hand in class to ask a question about an assignment, they can click right here and type their question in, and when they hit post, it's going to send me a notification as the teacher, and it's also going to send me an email. I also use this to leave comments to students about their assignments. So if they did something wrong, I will click here and I will say, you forgot to turn this in, or you forgot to do questions 1, 2, and 3. Students also have the ability to email teachers. Their email account, though, is limited. The students can only email teachers, and teachers can email them back. So again, if students have questions, they can always email us and ask us about grades and things like that. I'm going to go back. Actually, I'm going to switch to my teacher account. And there's a couple more things that I wanted to point out. If your child ever says that they worked on an assignment all week, but they just could not get it done, there's a way that you can check to see if they're telling the truth. And to do this, I need a document. So I'm going to come down here to this one. And this is Google Docs Scavenger Hunt. And here's the assignment right here. This is a document. And whenever students work on a document in Google Drive, it automatically saves their work. They never have to worry about losing anything. Google also keeps track of all the changes they ever make to a document. So you can, and I can, go up here to File and Version History, and then I can come down here and see Version History. And what this does is this shows you every day that they worked on it, and then also if you click this little triangle, you can see the times that they worked on it. So you can actually make sure that they were working on it when they said they were. And it gets even better because if I click on one of these, I can go back and see the changes that they made. Right here it says 2 edits, and I can use these arrow keys to go down here and see what was deleted or changed. If this was a group project, you could see all the different people in the group and see what changes they made and if they were actually working. So I, as a teacher, use this a lot for group projects, just to make sure that everybody in the group is working. If I think somebody's playing around, I will check this over here. Again, if a student comes up to me with saying that they worked on it, but it just didn't save or something like that, I always go back and check the version history, because this cannot be deleted. This cannot be changed. And it's just a way to make sure that they're telling the truth. I'm going to go back to the main class page here, the WJHS Teach Me To. And there's one more thing to show you, and that is this item right here, Parental Controls. I'm going to go on and click on this. And here's a presentation for you. So this applies only to Chromebooks. And this is for parents who bought a Chromebook for their child. When they're logged into their school account on their own Chromebook, the content is filtered. They're blocked from going to inappropriate websites, or certain apps or games or extensions are blocked. And as long as they're signed in with their school account, it doesn't matter where they are, and whatever Wi-Fi they're using, or if they're using a hotspot, it's always protected as long as they're using their school account. The problem that we have is that some students are signing in with their personal Gmail accounts. And when they do that, it's not controlled at all. So what this presentation is for is this is going to show you how, if you own the device, if this is your own Chromebook, how you can quickly set it up so that they can't log in with a personal account. They can only log in with their school account. It's pretty simple to do. It only takes about 5 minutes from start to finish. And there's actually a video that you can watch down here that'll walk you through step by step. Now, if your child is using a Chromebook that was provided by the school, this is already done. They can only log in with their school account. If your child is using a device that is running Windows or Mac OS or something like that, we don't really have anything that we can do to protect them. However, there is a website called MobiSip, and this does cost money, but the nice thing about it is you can put it on their laptop, you can put it on their phone, you can put it on their tablet, you can literally put it on any electronic device that they have, and you have complete control over what they can and can't do. You can even limit time, so like if you want to make sure that they're not on their phones after a certain time period, you can set that up, and they won't be able to use their phone after, say, 7 p.m. If they try to access a website that you don't want them to, you get an alert on it. So this is a really, really nice deal. And it's for up to 5 devices. So if you've got, a couple kids and they've got a phone, they got a tablet, you could put it on all of those devices for one fee. And I believe it's about $30 a year. And of course, they've got a holiday sale going on right now. So, yep, here it is, $35 for 5 devices for a year. I'm going to go back to my Parental Controls slideshow. Here's the video. If, like I said, if you own the device and you want to lock it down so that students can only use their school account, this is the video that I recorded. If you just hit play, you can watch it in the presentation, or once it starts playing, you can click right here on YouTube, and it will take you to my YouTube page where you can watch it full screen. It's 7 minutes long, and like I said, it goes very quickly. It's not that difficult. You essentially reset the Chromebook like it's brand new, and then you sign in first with your parent account, and then once that's done, you go into your settings and you restrict the user so that only their email address can sign in. So this is going to do us for this time. There's going to be another session in the springtime, so watch for the announcements, and if you have any questions, please let us know.